There's a lot of operations going on right now, isn't there? Operation Save Big Dog, where the Prime Minister, only ever acting in his own interests, continues to do so by sacking the servants for not protecting him from himself. Operation Red Meat, where the government loyalists such as Mad Nad Dorries think defunding the BBC and bashing asylum seekers will save Big Dog Bozo. But just to show how good the Tory Party are at eating each other when things go wrong, don't you just love to see it? We now have Operation Rinka, where some Tory wheeze thought it appropriate to compare Big Dog to the dog scandal hit Liberal Party leader Jeremy Thorpe shot in the mid-70s. This is the wing of the Tory parliamentary party who think Johnson's time is up. He has to go, and there's no recovering from what he's done. So, in actual fact, there are some Tories, at least, who have some loose connection with reality. Of course, being Tories, they'll be worried about their own fortunes. Johnson isn't unique in his self-serving attitudes. His desire to remain Prime Minister, not to benefit the country, but to benefit himself, is simply an extreme example of that. Now, these MPs don't want to lose their seats, don't want to lose their place on the graving train, don't want to fail the donors who have bought and paid for them, and they're looking at Keir Starmer's completely unearned poll leads and can see the writing on the wall. So they're now lobbying Tory colleagues to get those letters of no confidence sent in to force a leadership challenge. What's interesting is the groups that have allied with each other regarding this. You've got ERG MPs who wanted a hard Brexit, to former ministers, to new intake so-called Red Wall MPs who owe their wins largely to Johnson and the Brexit con he pulled, yet are conscious about how he's gone down like a cough a cold sick in those traditionally non-Tory voting areas. And of course, Cummings has weighed in too. Now, I've complained to my Tory MP. He's not sent a letter in yet. Like many, he's waiting on the Sue Gray report, which they call independent, but isn't. This is foolish, frankly. If she lets him off, and with her reform regarding Grenfell, her reputation for getting rid of unfortunate evidence, and her alleged lack of impartiality and conservative leanings, if she clears him, who would believe it? If she condemns him, and frankly, with the weight of evidence a number of parties now know, it's ridiculous to think she could possibly do otherwise. All these MPs will have done is delay the inevitable. Perhaps the biggest problem, and one that will do them reputational damage further, is that he should be challenged. He may win again with next to no real leadership or talent left in the Tory party to replace him. How much more do you think he'd get away with if he survived this? The Tories are imploding, and it's lovely.